This is Utah Tech Basketball and the John Judkins Coaches Show.
Well, hi there, all you good people in Trailblazer land. Glad to have you aboard on the John Judkins Coaches Show. Rod Zundel, along with the head coach of the Trailblazers, John Judkins. Trailblazers have two more games here at home this week. Thursday night against
SUU.
Southern Utah, then Saturday afternoon against Cal Baptist. We'll talk more about those because those are huge games, Coach. This isn't, this will be games 3 and 4 of a four-game homestand. Crucial times ahead.
The whole month is crucial, Rod. It's we got to make our move. It's now or never, and so it's just kind of interesting to have to play one of your big rivals this week at home. We're excited. We had this chance last time we played them where we could have moved up the things and we didn't. We lost, and so hopefully that will motivate our guys to come out ready to play on Thursday.
You're both 4-7 in the WAC, so that just kind of tells you you're all fighting for that top 8 spots to go to the WAC tournament. About a month away, Coach. That's coming up. So yeah, you're right, now or never. All right, last week you had 2 home games. You split. You beat UTRGV Saturday, and then you lost to UT Arlington on Thursday. Then Saturday you lost to UT Arlington. So kind of a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Good,
Bad.
Not so good.
Yeah. Again, I'll take the split, but I want to split on the road, not at home. Home, you got to win yours at home. But I thought we played really well on Thursday. We just did the things we wanted. The focus was good. The energy was good. And then Saturday, I thought we came out a little flat. I don't know if we got our win. We thought, okay, here we go, and we don't have to work as hard as we did to get ready for Thursday as we did on Saturday. And they were good. UTA is really a good team, and a lot of guys that we know that have been there, that we recruited as well, and so we knew it was going to be a big game. It was a big game for Eric. I mean, that's right next to his house, and I knew that was a big game for him, and he tried really hard and sometimes almost over-tried. But they're good. They shot it better than we've seen in games. We know they could drive. We know they're aggressive, but boy, they really shot the ball.
And you can't have this week that same kind of Dr. Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, but you can't have that one good, one not so good. You've got to be almost great both games, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, you think of it, they've been playing really well. Their 4 wins was after they beat us. They kind of went on a roll, and they won 2 in Texas, which we went 0-2. They went 2-0. A big weekend for them, and then they got UTRGV last Saturday. So that's their 4 big wins, and they've all been this last couple weeks. So they're playing really well. We've been struggling a little bit, but again, I like what our practice has been this last couple of days. I think these guys are in. They understand how important it is right now in this season to make our jump, to make it to the WAC tournament. We have to start winning games, and we got to. And we've been there, but we just haven't known how to finish. And I was talking to the UTRGV coach. He said the same thing. He goes, Coach, we're like the same. We're both right there, and then we just can't finish the game. So hopefully on Thursday we got to get people here, Rod. This should be our biggest game of the year. One to get us going, but also playing our in-state rival.
All right, Thursday against UTRGV, got a 17-point win. Let's go back and check out the highlights and show you what happened Thursday night in Burns Arena. Got off to a great start as well. Yeah,
again, we came out ready to go. We executed. First play of the game, we ran a lob to Larry, and that ball almost went in. Jalen threw it. It could almost been a 3-pointer, but ran the play right, good screen. There's another one. We would get up the court, miss the layup, but Jalen, hustle play, leads to a wide-open 3. Those second rebounds and hustle 50-50 balls make the biggest difference in the games, against us and for us.
Yeah, great pass here by Jalen.
Yeah. I mean, it's around the money, and then Caleb, is that Caleb or who was that?
Caleb, yeah.
Caleb with the left-hand layup, 2 and 1. Again, running the court. We want to continue to do that. Here, Noah penetrates, finds a wide-open Caleb, great shot fake, and another extra pass for a wide-open dunk.
That puts you up 15. You guys are rolling.
Yeah, we're focused. Here's another good shot fake drive. He could have shot that first one. I don't think he realized how open he was. But, yeah, we were cooking. We were defending. We were sharing the ball. Here's a good defensive thing right there. We attacked it. We double-teamed the post. Great job. Again, another great pass. Should have been another, it was a 2 and 1.
Yep.
Where Tennessee running the lane. UU finds him on the break. Gets a wide-open shot. And, again, this one right here, great ball movement. Great fake by UU. Set the guy up at a wide-open bucket. They call a timeout, and we're rolling.
They made a run. You led by 4 at the half. Second half, here you go again. You guys got after it.
Well, look where it starts. It starts with our defensive end. We tell our guys that, when we play good defense, our offense really clicks.
Toure, first game back after missing 2, 5 points, 3 assists, 2 steals.
Yeah, he's been a great back cut again for two-hand dunk. That's big to big. That's our bigs passing each other, which I really like to see. We set a high ball screen there. They fell for it, and Tanner got a nice back pick from Noah. Nice, easy basket for Tanner. They went to a little zone here. We did a great job again. I love those two-hand dunks by Larry and Tanner. Those are easy buckets we got to get.
This is where you go on a 16-2 run.
Again, starts with defense, get a stop, push it up. He splits these two, gets fouled, and gets a 2-and-1, attacking the glass, which we got to do.
Yeah, Demings had 12 points on 5 of 6, only 1 turnover.
Only one. Yeah, we really worked on that this whole week, and there's a great ball movement, great screen. When we get that ball moving side to side, we're pretty good. Again, good high screen right there, and a nice back cut again. And we knew they'd pressure us. Every team in Texas pressures you. If we can handle that pressure, we get good shots. Great. This one I really like, man, because Larry and Jalen did a great job screening there to get Noah. They moved all the way over and cleaned up the trash and got Noah a wide open bucket. And then a great penetration.
You guys put a couple
two-handed
exclamation
dunks.
points.
Yeah.
Right here.
Those are great percentage shooting, and the fans love it. We love it. And again, another great penetration. I didn't think he was going to get there. He jumped pretty far out, but Jalen getting to the hole. He's being more aggressive getting to the basket, which that's what we've wanted from Jalen from day one, and he hasn't done it consistently, but the last couple of games he has.
Beon Riley missed that game as well again, but other guys step up. Tanner, 5th double-double, 11 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists. Demings, 12 points. Tennessee Rainwater off the bench with a career high 12, 4 of 6 field goals and a steal. Talk about his play off the bench.
Yeah, he's been good. He's he brings in some serious energy when he comes off the bench. Plays extremely hard. Sometimes he plays a little more out of control. We got to keep him under control. But I love his energy he brings, his toughness. He can really get to the basket. He's a great rebounder. And defensively, he loves to be physical and fight through screens, and so him coming off the bench has given us some great lift.
Noah Feldit from beyond the arc, 3 of 5, 11 points, 3 assists. You were able to get him a lot freer than he had been the last couple of games.
Teams are trying to stop Noah. I mean, they're getting into him and they're face guarding him, and he had a couple good looks. I thought early in the game he missed, but luckily he kept shooting, which we tell him, hey, you're open, we want you to shoot. He's our guy that we tell that to. So I'm glad when he sees one go in, look out, he can get real hot.
And Ole Inca, 8 points, 3 blocks. Searles, he's been playing well lately, 11 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. That's a good stat line right there.
I said he's been doing better. He's been getting to the basket.
20 assists on 30 made shots, Coach. You like that number?
I love that number. I mean, that tells me we're sharing. It's fun to play that way for those guys. It's fun to watch, and it's definitely fun to coach.
40 points in the paint. You out-rebounded by 14. You gave up only 13 points on turnovers, and you held UTRGV to only 8 made shots in the second half. That's a good number.
That's a great number. That's why we won by the number we did.
Okay, so you're feeling good about yourself. Said, all right, let's keep going. Let's get a 2-game winning streak. Take care of home court. UT Arlington, better team. They were only a game ahead of you in the standings. Better team than UTRGV. You knew you had to play better to get the win.
Well, we've seen a lot of them. Their record's not as good as they are. They're pretty solid. Their defense is pretty good. They're aggressive.
Took you 6.5 minutes to get your first bucket. Here it is by Tanner. Off to the slow start you mentioned.
Yeah, we just came out. The game before we came out on a great start, and this one we came out a little slow. But we relaxed, got the ball into Tanner, and they couldn't stop Tanner again. We're just having a hard time getting the ball. They're starting to double team him and triple team him, and there's a time and a place you got to get it to him if you wait at all. But there's a new play we just put in for Noah. Got a wide open 3 on a little cross screen, or little X screens right there. Again, great job right here of rolling, finding the open guy. Jalen shot ready, and we knock it down, and we have rebounders.
But, Coach, you only made 8 shots in the first half. Final 11 minutes, you only made 4 field goals, but you had 16 free throws, and they only had 8. That's kind of an odd combination.
It is, but we didn't make foul shots again. And that's what I told them at halftime. I said, guys, we're doing some really good things of getting the ball, getting to the foul line, but now we got to make them. And really, the only person that really struggled that game was Tanner. 3 of 11. The rest were there. So you'll take that, but we're getting to the line. We're being physical. We just gotta knock them down.
Jello Kambala off the bench was 7.
Yeah, he did a good job right here. He reads the defense. Guy goes under the screen, and he pulls up and shoots the three, and drills it. So, again, there's Jalen driving hard to the hole, which we haven't seen for a while. He really got fouled, but they didn't call it. But again, like how he gets to the hole, makes things happen, either him or finding the open guy, because somebody has to help. When you have 2 on the ball, someone's going to be open.
Tanner, 3 of 11 from the foul line, still had 11 points, 4 or 5 field goals. He could have, almost got the 20-point mark, 3 blocks. Gonzalez, that was his only 3-pointer that we saw, 14 points. They did a lot better job on him than UTRGV did.
Yeah, that's what teams are going to do, and they rotated guys on them, try to keep them fresh, and we understand that. But we got to get, if Noah can't get shots, there's somebody else that's going to be open because they're so worried about guarding him.
Searles continued his good play, 15 points, 6 of 10 field goals, so he took good shots, 2 of 3 from beyond the arc. He's really stepped up since Beon has been out, hasn't he?
Yeah, and again, with a 3-point ball, he hasn't been as consistent as we want, but when he's shot ready and he's in his stance and hands are up, he shoots the 3 on a catch shoot, really, really good. Sometimes he starts to do the dribbling and gets himself into trouble shooting jumpers instead of getting to the basket. Yeah. But you're right, he's playing a lot better. I think he's getting more comfortable with what we're trying to do. Yeah. And that's what we want. It's taken a little bit longer than we thought.
As good as you were on Thursday in all the stats, the energy, the hustle, and all that kind of stuff, that worked. Not quite so much on Saturday. They had more fast break points than you, 23-6. They out-rebounded you. Stuff that you took care of on Thursday. Well, and you've been harping about that.
That's all we talked about was rebounding and getting back. They really pushed the ball up, and we didn't do those things, And then we gave them a big lead to start the game. And, I thought the turning point in the game, Rod, is when we had those technical fouls and we scored 7 points with the clock not running.
Yeah.
We had 4 foul shots in a row. We made them all, and then we got the ball out of bounds. And we hit a 3, we cut it down, and then they come down and hit another 3 on us. Where if we could have got that stop, I think the whole thing could have changed. But they're a better team than UTRGV is, no question about it. But we played better on Thursday. We had the energy. And you can say, hey, we're tired, but so are they. They're traveling and those kind of things. But I just felt like I told our team there. I just felt like maybe they wanted it a little bit more than we did, and we can't have that anymore. There's no more of that. We gotta, every game we come out and play, we gotta want it more than what we're playing.
We'll see how you can harness all of that good stuff Thursday against your rival, Southern Utah. You went down there about a month ago to Cedar, and they took care of business. They got the win. You were right there. You're in foul trouble with your bigs again, but that was a game that was right there. But just some of the things that have been coming up to grab you, took hold again, right?
Yeah, it did, and they played really well. That's probably one of the best games I've seen them play. And then they kind of took off, and they won 3 or 4 in a row after that. So they're a good team. Their guards are good. We had one guy we played. I think it was I'm trying to think his number. It was 16 or 15, 14. Anyway, he shot 15 foul shots. He had 20-something points. 20.
I think it was Profit.
Yeah, 23 points, but he had 15 for 15 from the line. We just fouled way too much instead of defending. And, we held some guys below their average, but then other guys, went up. But, it's the rival games, you never know, man, Rod. You never know. It can go down to a last play. It can go to a loose ball. It can go to a 3-pointer. Who knows? So we got to be ready. We owe them one. We got to get this one on Thursday.
All right, that's Thursday night, 7 o'clock, Southern Utah. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, Stone Hutchings will join us. He's a freshman. That's when the John Judkins Coaches Show comes back. We were interrupted by commercial. Now take commercial.
He's on the 30-yard line, the 20, the 10.
You wouldn't want an incomplete football game. So why use a website with incomplete listings of Southern Utah properties? SouthernUtahRealEstate.com is the most complete, most accurate, and most comprehensive property search in Washington County. Because we're not focused on everything, just on the part that we like the best. Find your Southern Utah home at SouthernUtahRealEstate.com.
Finley Hyundai, committed to high-quality service and sales for local drivers. Stress-free car buying guaranteed.
Got a project at work or around the house? Well, think Bucks Ace Hardware. Think Bucks for all the top brands like DeWalt, Milwaukee, and Stihl. Plus, Bucks has the best sporting goods department. You've got to see their gun department. It's stocked with a great selection of guns and ammo and accessories. 2 locations at the Dino Crossing in St. George or State Street in Hurricane.
We love giving back to our community, and over the years, we have provided vehicles for families in need, supported local charities, and helped train our first responders. Dealer Collision, your place for collision repair.
Local media has the biggest impact on your daily life. It's what's around you, what matters. And at Canyon Media, our goal is to deliver the very best in local entertainment, news, and media. From our award-winning radio stations like 99.9 Coney Country to Southern Utah's #1 source for local news, St. George News, Canyon Media, here for you.
It's any card for the win right now at Mountain America Credit Union, which means it's time to score some cash. Simply tap, swipe, or click checkout with any Mountain America debit or credit card to be entered into a weekly giveaway for up to $500, now until September 30th. Visit macu.com/anycard to learn how to earn extra entries or to open a new account today.
Underneath to Tanner, hammer dunk. Underneath to Oleinka, another big man to big man. Searles skip pass underneath to Caleb Stearman. Oh, what a pass. Jalen Searles with the exclamation. Some of the top plays from last week. The Trailblazers split their 2 home games. Now they get ready for 2 more at home in Burns Arena this week. Thursday against Southern Utah, Saturday afternoon against Cal Baptist. The gentleman right there to our left, Stone Hutchings, a redshirt freshman. Stone, welcome to the John Judkins Coaches Show.
Thank you.
So, Stone, you've been getting a lot more time. You redshirted last year,
yeah.
And then you're coming off the bench, and you know that Utah Valley game is kind of really where you were started to shine and said, okay, I can do it now. He gave you confidence, and you came in there and had your career game. And since then, he's had enough confidence to get you out on the court. Talk about your journey to where you are right now.
Yeah, so redshirted last year. You know, it's kind of tough redshirting.
Wait, what were you gonna say?
It kind of sucks. It kind of sucks redshirting, just like sitting there. But I think just being prepared no matter what. Just even if you don't get the time, just like be prepared, because I feel like you don't know when you're gonna get your moment, and so that's just what I had always thought. Yeah. No matter what, not getting time in the beginning of the year, just being prepared for. Like that UVU game, I was ready.
Yeah. And Coach, how's he handled that? Because it's tough. I mean, he was a 6A leading scorer in Utah your senior year in 2020, and then coming here and have to bide his time. And how's he been able to handle that?
Well, redshirting is hard. I mean, there's no question. I've done it as well, and I'm kind of glad I did it. At the time, I wasn't glad I did it. I thought I should be playing, but I'm glad I went through that because now I can experience. I can tell them how it was. Mm-hmm. And what you got to do. It's hard. It's like studying for a test, but then not taking a test, but just wasting that time studying. He's practicing. He's working on everything. He's trying to make us better, but he never gets in the game. And it's hard to come to practice every day knowing that you're not playing in the game. You know what I mean? The games are the fun part of it. So I thought he did a really good job last year. Then we pulled him in last year and said, hey, what do you want to do? Do you want to come back? Do you want to go? Do you want us to help you find a JUCO? What do you want? And he goes, and I love what he said. I remember this like it was yesterday. He said, I want to come back. I want to do it again. I just felt like I got home off my mission a little late and I wasn't really ready in shape or where I need to be. I want to give it another shot. And it's paid off for him. And he's worked hard in the summer. He's got in shape. He always plays hard. That's the thing I love about Stone. Always playing hard. And I told him that game against Utah Valley, I said, you better be ready. And I talked with Caleb about it too. And they always say, I'm ready, Coach, I'm ready. But he was ready. Yeah. It wasn't just mouth, just words. Yeah. And he came out and played really well. And he's getting more and more confidence with me and hopefully with the team. And, he's got to be ready. The second half on Saturday, we threw him in the second half as a starter, to come out and start. And he plays extremely hard. He's very physical. And he's athletic. He can rebound. And sometimes I need that. That's why I need that. And he doesn't know how many minutes he's going to play. I don't know how many minutes he's going to play. Yeah. But we've talked about that. Hey, if it's 2 minutes, 4 minutes, 12 minutes, whatever you get, just give me everything you have. And he's done that. Yeah.
Stone Hutchings, redshirt freshman, joining us on the John Judkins Coaches Show. And Stone, as we take a look at some of your highlights, where do you see yourself fitting in with your size, your strength, your quickness? Is it a big guard? Is it a small forward? Where?
I don't know. I feel like wherever I need to be, I'll just like change my role to what I need to play.
Because right there, you're challenged inside.
Well, he's a 3 right there. He's a 3. And you know, he does that really well. And again, he got a layup at first. I thought he was going to dunk it because he's had a couple of nice dunks. But there's a good drive. You know, if it goes strong and finishes it. And like I said, he plays very physically. He's strong. He's powerful. We got to get that out of all of our guys, but especially out of him.
And Stone, where do you think the biggest aspect of your game sits? What's most valuable to you?
I think just playing with energy and just knowing what I can control, and the things that I can control, I can rebound every time. I can do I can box out, I can do those things, and I feel like that's the difference from like high school and college. Is like you have to know your role, you have to know what you need to go in. Like this is college basketball, you have to be a team. You can't just try to go and like score, but do what you're like. You can go and you can give your whole effort. You can go rebound, you know, do what you're supposed to.
It's funny he says that because we bring this up to our guys all the time at the beginning of the year. It's like, you know, you got to realize, Rod, every one of those players on this team were stars in high school. And now it's the first time they've ever sat the bench. And so it's hard. And so when they get their chance, and I tell them this all the time, when you get your chance, don't try to do too much. Don't try to impress the coaches that, hey, I can score. That will hurt you more than it'll help you. Just do the things that you can control. Do the rebounding, do the hustle plays, do the set a good screen, you know, get the team going. Whatever you got to do, those are the things that's going to impress us. It's going to get you more. We see what you do in practice. We know you can score. We know you can do it. Sometimes they try to do a little too much, and then they get in trouble.
And Stone, how difficult has that been for you?
Yeah.
Well, I think redshirting helped a lot because it kind of just it puts you in your place after your mission. It really does put you in your place, and just like you have to realize that you're not as good as you think you are, and you just have to sit back and just like, okay, I'm gonna come to practice next time. I maybe didn't have the best practice, but I'm gonna come back and do what I can, but just attack the hoop.
Yeah. Let me see if I read the room right. You don't back down from anybody, no matter how big, strong they are, right?
Yeah, I would say.
You kind of got that attitude, right, Coach?
Yeah, I said he plays very physical.
Yeah. Okay. Now, you got a technical this year? Is that right? I got to bring that up because I kind of like guys who get technicals, Coach. I don't know about you.
I hate them.
But I kind of like guys with that kind of attitude.
No, sometimes you get some bad ones, and his was kind of a dumb one. I mean, he blocks the shot, and he just says, get that out of here, and the guy tees him, which to me, that shouldn't be one that way. But
I like it. I like that attitude.
Yeah, we talk. I mean, if you're swearing, you're cussing. He's not doing that. He's just, hey, he made a good play, and why not? But some of these officials are really, really have big ears and hear a lot of stuff, and they got Stone on that one.
They love it. All right, Stone, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you grew up, family life, all that kind of stuff.
I'm from West Jordan, Utah. I'm older for I'm a redshirt freshman, but I'm 22. I went to a mission right after high school.
Where?
Washington, D.C.
Okay.
Yeah, it was awesome. I have 2 sisters. My older sister's married, has a little girl.
And where do you fit in that group?
I'm the middle child.
You're the middle?
Yep.
So you're an uncle?
I'm an uncle.
Uncle Stone?
Yep.
Okay, tell me about Stone. Real name, right?
That's my real name.
Okay, so how did that all come about? I mean, because that's not, it's not
common
really
name.
It's a common name.
I honestly, my parents just liked the name. That's about it. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, one of the guys from Arlington was named, his first name, then LeBron James Chapman. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, he's number 23 because his dad was a big LeBron James fan even before he became a player in the NBA. LeBron made his debut in the Summer League in 2003, and this kid was born 10 days later.
Oh,
and
wow.
so he's such a fan of LeBron before he played NBA.
He doesn't play like LeBron.
He named him something LeBron James Gaston. So that's why I was wondering, was it
Yeah.
Stone? I mean,
What was the guy? It was it? It might have been Copper Hills. His name was Stockton.
Stockton
Shorts.
Stockton Shorts.
Yeah.
Same kind of an idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But
that's
I
what we're
thought-
talking about. A lot of kids
Yeah.
named Stockton that were born in about the 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah. But Stone, I thought that's pretty cool. Pretty
Yeah,
cool
it
name.
is.
Yeah.
Do you try to live up to that name, like like a a Marvel cartoon hero?
No, not really. Not necessarily. I don't know.
Well, John, that's not a common name.
Nope, not at all.
Were you named after somebody in your family?
Nope, I wasn't, but mine's have an H on mine. That's why mine's different. No
Okay.
H.
All right,
No
there
H.
you go.
So there you go.
All right. You know what time it is now, don't you?
It's picture time.
Picture
Stoner.
time. Here we go. Let's make sure.
Oh. Is
See?
that Halloween?
He's a
What
Marvel.
is that?
That's Superman.
Superman. Is it Halloween or does it just
Halloween,
pajamas?
I think.
Wow.
Look at those eyes, man.
Look at that. And there's a ball. How old are you there, you think?
4
or 5?
What jersey is that?
I don't know, just some random jersey.
Here comes one.
First shot there. He's got his tie on. Going to a wedding, going to church. What are you doing?
I don't know. A long time ago, I don't remember.
I love it. His hair looks about Snell, I guess.
Yeah, well, it's still kind of spiky. Have you've always had the kind of the preppy look a little bit?
Pretty
I
much.
love it.
Is that preppy? Is that what you call it?
I've never heard that word, but
You've never heard preppy?
Preppy?
Yeah,
Have you ever watched Saved by the Bell?
He's showing his age.
Oh my gosh, he's that young, Coach.
Yeah, he's a young one, buddy.
I mean,
He's a young
Kelly,
one.
how
Yeah.
can you not? And that's the story.
Those are
for
great
another day.
pictures. I love
Those are
those.
awesome. So if you're listening on the Fan Sports Radio, you can go to Trailblazer Sports Vision on YouTube and go to the John Judkins Coaches Show. You can see the pictures. I tell you, good-looking kids, Coach.
He's a good kid. He's a good student. He works hard. He's the kind of guy you love to coach. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just never have to get on him to work hard. Never have to get on him to go to school. Never have to. I mean, he's just. Those are the kind of guys you love to have.
Now, Stone, you grew up in Utah. You know all about the BYU-Utah rivalry. This rivalry with Utah Tech and Southern Utah, this is only the 8th meeting coming up on Thursday, but it's really turning into a rivalry. And it's like Salt Lake and Provo, the two towns, St. George and Cedar City. They kind of get after each other a little bit. So what does this rivalry mean for you now that you've been a part of it? This will be your 2nd year.
Yeah, we don't like Cedar. We don't like SUU. So, I don't know. It's a big rivalry, and the whole community's excited for it. I'm excited for it. The team's pumped for it, so I'm excited for Thursday.
And Coach, since going to Division I, you really haven't had a lot of those rivalries, but with the proximity, 50 miles away from each other, this is fun. This is where you can get after it, and it's a recruiting tool, but it also is good for the kids because now they feel part of something.
Yeah, again, when we were D2, we tried to play them a lot, and they just didn't want to do it, which I totally understand why. And then when we went to Division I, it was automatically, hey, let's do it.
Yeah.
I mean, we just think it's a good thing for the city of St. George plus Cedar. I mean, they've been talking about it for years, and finally when we went to D1, it worked out, and we played them twice that year when we first went to the WAC when they were in the Big Sky. And then them joining the WAC even made it even better. I mean, just kind of like the Utah BYU now coming back. I mean, it's been waiting for a long time, and now it's finally here, and it's great. We just got to figure out the part. We can't have travel team with them. It's just not a fair advantage for us when a team goes up and plays them on Thursday and then come down and plays us on Saturday.
And you have to fly out of town and into town,
So we got to fix that. But other than that, I love it. I love the rival.
Yeah.
I love, how close they are where we can do those kind of things. And it's going to be fun.
Yeah, and they got one of the top 5 scorers, Dominic Ford. He put up 23 against you, Stone. That's a good challenge for you. Then they got a couple of big guys, Fala and Zion Young, and they got some studs on that team that you really have to take care and get physical with, right?
Yep.
So talk about that, and not so much payback, but more analytically trying to, get one back and do what you guys weren't able to do a month ago in Cedar.
I think it just has to be a team win. Obviously, we believe we have one of the best big guys as Tanner, and I think that's a key is to get the ball to him because we don't think anyone can really guard Tanner. But just to dig deep and guard our yard. Our coach has been saying that recently. Guard your yard.
Guard your yard.
Yeah,
that's profound, Coach.
How about that? That was Gib came up with that one, but it's true. You gotta have your team behind you to help you. But really, if you guard your yard and take care of your yard, you don't have to worry about those guys helping so much. And that's where teams start to fall apart. When you have to overhelp, then you get in trouble. And that's where Ford is really good.
Yeah.
He finds that and drives and strong with the ball and did a good job.
All right, so let's pack the Burns Thursday night. Let's guard the yard. Tip off at 7 o'clock, 6:45 pregame on the Fan Sports Radio Network and right here on Trailblazer Sports Vision on YouTube. Stone Hutchings, thanks. See you Thursday.
Yep.
Coach, thanks. We'll see you
it.
Thursday. See you Thursday night. Guard the yard in the Burns. See ya.